Hi guys, my name is Kashmira and I'm an architect. On this channel, I make videos related to architecture and design. Today, we are going to understand what is Scan to BIM and what exactly is point cloud. Let's dive right into it. In my previous video, I spoke about what is BIM. Make sure you guys go and check it out if you haven't already done so. And now, let's start by understanding what is point cloud. In order for us to understand what is point cloud, first, let us understand why it is exactly done so. Now, point cloud is something that is done with the help of a device called as a laser scanner. It is usually used in buildings which are already constructed and need maybe renovation or tenant improvement, or basically somebody needs to convert that information into a BIM model.
In order to get a complete scan of a building,
the person using the scanner will usually go to each and every room or each and every area of that building and get as much information about the building as possible with the help of the laser scanner. A point cloud is a set of coordinates in our 3D coordinate system, which we know as the x-axis, the y-axis and the z-axis. Each point represents a precise location in space. A point cloud creates a three-dimensional representation of an object or an area.
With the help of this laser scanner, we are able to generate an input.
And now, once you get an input, you have to give it as an output in the form of a BIM model. So now, with the help of this laser scanner, we are able to generate a point cloud, which is basically an input. Once we get an input from a point cloud of a building, we transfer it into a Revit file in order to generate the output.
Let us understand why is it that we use this technology
and how it is going to help us going into the future of the metaverse. Now, you might be wondering, why go through so much of an effort, make this device called as a laser scanner and then go inside a building and scan the entire area, which is obviously going to cost you a lot of money. Why not just use our measuring tape and measure it as we have been doing for many years before? Let's say you want to preserve, you want to conserve an historic building which is of great significance. Let's say it is the Taj Mahal or any other historic building, and let's say because of a certain period of time it starts deteriorating, the columns and the beams are unable to have that kind of integrity which they had before, and obviously you need to put in some structural engineering effort in order to make that building strong so that it will last for another say 50-60 years. In order for us to do that, yes, we can go and measure it on site, but in order to get the exact and the precise location of every part of that structure, you need to use something which is called as a laser technology, which is available in our times.
Once we are done with the scanning process of the entire building, we get a virtual model.
Now, once we get a virtual model, we can now transfer it into our softwares and generate plans, elevation sections, and a very correct 3D model. And now you must have understood why we use a laser scanner. We basically use it when we want to renovate a building or when we want to conserve a particular historic building.
Once the scanning process is complete, you can now import that building into a BIM software.
This point cloud technology is very useful for architects, for civil engineers, for structural engineers, for planners, for people who go on site and do the surveying, etc. etc. The point cloud data can now be imported into Autodesk Recap and then be imported into Revit through Recap. A few disadvantages that I have noticed while using a point cloud file. One thing is that it is really difficult to see, although you will be able to see it well cohesively when you bring it into a Revit file, but when you actually zoom in into the areas, it is very difficult and it kind of hurts your eyes. I know it sounds really petty, but that is a problem. Another problem I would say is that it makes our Revit file very slow because it is a very heavy data. So when you are linking it into a Revit model, there might be instances where you might want to hide it or use some, like maybe unlink it for some time if you want to check something, because it makes your file very slow. So what do you guys think about this point cloud technology? Do you think it is something that you would like to learn, especially now that we are moving towards the metaverse? How do you think it will be applicable in the AEC industry? Let me know in the comments section below. So that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Bye.